Alrighty then. It looks like we are live on here. Happy Monday, everyone. If you're watching this live, it's Monday, September 24th, 2018. Happy Tuesday through Sunday if you're watching a replay on this. Be sure to say hello. Let me know where you're logging in from. And I'm just going to share this really quickly on a couple other pages. So we're going to have a really quick message today because I was horrible about managing my time and I have an appointment right after this, but I want to be sure I shared this with you, especially since I missed Friday. I had some friends come into town and we had a really good time. It was really great catching up with them and whatnot, but it definitely cut into some of my planned time. Sandra, hello, good to see you from Phoenix. Let's see who's on here. Linda, Robin, Lisa, Marie, David, Carrie, Dione, awesome. Great to see some of you on here. So quick message today. I won't even get into the where we say hello. Just one quick reminder. Make sure if you find value in this to share it with somebody, tag a friend who would benefit from this. If you want to be kept up to date on whenever we go live, be sure to subscribe to the notifications. That way you get a little ping or a ding or whatever noise it makes when I'm back on here. I want to talk with you all today really quick about seeing the world through a different set of eyes. The reason why this is so important, and it'll probably be even better to hear it if I move my microphone closer. The reason why this is such an important message, because I really believe that many of our interpersonal conflicts are with our closest relationships, our friends, our family, our lovers, could be solved, could be cured, could be dramatically reduced if we were to practice this one behavior. Now, a note about this behavior that I'm about to share with you, it is extremely difficult to do if you are someone who's fully committed to satisfying your ego and being selfish and validating the need to be right, and more importantly, making somebody else wrong. There's a disclaimer with it. So what is it that can do this? What has so much power that it could literally reduce the conflict? It could eliminate all sorts of stress challenges. It could solve problems. It could fill in love where there might be resentment. What could possibly carry this much power? And the answer is taking a moment to see the world through the eyes of the other person. Taking the moment to see the world through the eyes of the other person. Now, when I say this, I don't mean stop and say to yourself, oh, I wonder what it might be like to be them. Oh, I wonder what it's like to be Joe. Oh, I wonder what it's like to be so-and-so. Actually put yourself in their shoes and see the world through their eyes. Now, you may think, well, yeah, Jesse, this sounds great, but you can't do that. I can't go and be inside of so-and-so and see it. Yes, you can. If you know a person well enough to call them a friend, to call them a family member, to call them a lover, if you know that person well enough to give them any of those labels, any of those titles, you know them well enough to know what it would feel like to be in their shoes if you were to step into them and see through their own eyes. And what I encourage each of you to do is to do that. If you have somebody in your life who you're struggling to communicate with, if you have someone in your life you're struggling to get along with, if you have someone in your life that things aren't going quite the way you want them to be, if you have someone in your life you're not getting along with because they don't like the political people you have differences in sports, that you have different sleeping patterns, that your wife has turned out to be a gold digger, your husband's turned out to be an asshole, something like that. Stop the finger pointing, stop the labeling, stop the blaming, stop the complaining, and step outside of yourself and step into their skin and see the world through their eyes. First thing you're going to do is obviously you'll see yourself and see how you look through them, which should be really empowering. It can also be a little embarrassing because in your own head, you seem completely justified and you know with absolute certainty you're right? But if you step outside of your own head and you step into the heart and the eyes of someone else, you might not seem so right after all. And that might be a little uncomfortable for some of us too, especially for the types of people who really like to feed the ego and we really like to be right and we really like to make other people wrong. The next thing you're going to see. So your initial thing you'll see yourself as you look through the eyes of someone else. But the next thing you're going to see after that, or you have the opportunity to see, is I want you to look through their eyes and see their life. See what they've faced, the challenges they've gone up against, their hopes, their dreams, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the wins and the losses. Try to see everything that they may have experienced that's brought them to that moment right now. And as you're seeing things through their eyes, ask yourself, how might all that they've seen led to them behaving, believing, acting, responding, whatever it is for you in that moment. And what you'll allow yourself to see, if you really allow yourself to dive deep enough and go there, is you're going to start to see, instead of seeing this person who's stupid or this person who's wrong or this person's a jerk or any of those types of things, you're going to see a human being that's had hopes and dreams, a human being that has fears, a human being that wants to be loved, that wants to be enough, that wants to feel like they belong, a human being that's scared of being hurt, that's afraid of being vulnerable, a human being that probably loves and cares about you and is unsure why things are difficult or challenging or strained between you. A human being that probably wants to be a better person, wants to be a good person, is a good person. I mean, I could guess that if you're friends with them to begin with. A human being that wants to be understood, that wants to feel like they belong, that wants to feel like they have a safe space to open up and connect with. And it's from their humanity and allowing yourself to see it, to touch it, to taste it, to experience it, that you can find space to create change. This is the key. This is the space. This is the secret. This is the skeleton key that unlocks the magic of ending conflict, dramatically reducing it, if not altogether eliminating it. This is the skeleton key that unlocks the secret sauce to putting more space for love, less space for anger, resentment. This is a skeleton key for negotiations, for business dealings, for friendship mendings, for significant other rekindlings. It's all right here. See, most of the time in our lives, we're so quick to react and respond from our own perception, our own limited view. And from our own limited view, we're responding and reacting because we think that person should be doing, acting, and behaving in a way that's much different than we do. And us being the all-knowing ones that we are when we're upset, know that they should be responding and acting in a certain way. But it's not until we get out of our own skin and get into somebody else's that we can truly understand them. You want to end conflict. You want to reduce things. You want to make life better for yourself and for them. You want to have more love, more joy, and less anger and resentment. Get outside of yourself and get in behind their eyes. Allow yourself to see the world through theirs and really experience it. And I promise you, this will radically impact and transform your life. All right. I hope this has been helpful to you all. I got to jump off. I got an appointment that starts here in 45 seconds. Any questions at all about this, be sure to leave in the comments. I would love your feedback. So leave me a comment. Let me know if this was helpful, if this was valuable. Be sure, if it is valuable, be sure to tag somebody who could benefit from it. Share it. That's always much appreciated. A huge thanks to those of you who have attended live. If you watched the replay, let me know you watched the replay so I can thank you personally too. And we'll be back here tomorrow. So wherever you are, morning, noon, or night, sending lots of love to you. Remember to get out of your skin, get behind the eyes of someone else. And the Carpe Diem, seize the day, live this moment, make it count. It may be the only one you have, so make the most of it. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.